Let me kill something that I read last night in the newspaper immediately. There is a transfer fee involved. I am not going to divulge the figure. I think it's confidential between us and the RFU. But be assured of the fact it's not near 15 million as reported in some newspapers. I think it's irresponsible to mention a figure of that kind if your facts are not verified, and the figure is not near 15 million rand. There is a transfer fee involved. There is a confidentiality clause that we signed, and that is a matter between Western Province Rugby and the Rugby Football Union.
If I can maybe just add there, I think it's been said that Eddie was getting from Western Province 5 million.
Between 5 and 6.
That was definitely not the case, and I want to put it on record as well. I just think that stimulates the system. But again, you have to see at the moment where we are, to see what is available and what is best for Western Province and the Stormers. I'm just going to look at all options and make a decision from there. Definitely, I just want to say that with foreigners coming in, it does give a nice stimulation to coaches and to players. Yeah, I think I don't know if it's just Cape Town and what we're busy with here, but we already had at least say four approaches, at least, if it's not 6. So yeah, there's a lot of interest, but again, I have to make the right decisions to bring in the correct person that understands our culture, that understands the way that we want to play, and understands the dynamics of South Africa.
Have some of those approaches impressed you to the caliber?
Oh yeah.
I think one should appreciate the fact that the Eddie Jones era lasted 14 days and it's over. So we need to concentrate on a recovery strategy. That's important for me. I have full faith in Gert that he will come up with the right person. He's done a marvelous job to land Eddie for 14 days at Newlands. So I do believe that Gert will land another big fish. Like I said, I have every faith in him, and I know he will do that. I support him in what he does. I support his vision. I like his vision. He's proved himself over the 2 years that he's been with us. And so we are looking at a person and the interim staff that will take charge. We support them as well. And we'd like to assure the faithful, the sponsors, the stakeholders of Western Province Rugby that we are working hard on our recovery strategy. And hopefully we could sit in the near future here again to have the new person here that will stay a bit longer than 14 days.
Yeah, it's kind of a mixed feeling, because I do have a good relationship with him, and I've been a coach myself as well. I also had the opportunity with Ireland, if ever a national team was interested in me, they would have given me that opportunity. But yeah, it's obviously a bit disappointing. I think Eddie is a very special man, and one thing I can say is that England is going to be a power team come 2019. But it's kind of difficult to really describe it. But I'm glad for him. But the show goes on. We will. I won't say we will survive. All our stuff is in place, and we will start running with it. But firstly, with Eddie, I don't think the money was a big problem for him. It's more the opportunity, because he hasn't won a World Cup yet, and I think he's going to be driven to see if he can win the World Cup in 2019. And that's the opportunity that he gets that he would have never got if he coached the Stormers. He's 56 years old, so in 4 years' time he's 60, and then that opportunity will never come again, most probably. So, and then the other question for all of yours? The second question?
Just Matt,
The players.
there's all been, boardrooms,
Oh.
the players' expectations, and how's it impacted them?
Yeah, because again, it's how we put our culture together, It's one of the stuff that we also mentioned and with the coaches, like I said to you now, is stepping into the storm. So this is a typical example of and a test for everybody when you step into a storm, what it all takes. Yeah, it's like I say, I just remember, I was probably going to just repeat myself, but it's just the value, because in Ireland, when I was in Ireland, they've got a lot of stimulation from foreign coaches as well. And just when I was with Ireland, I was a South African, Scotland coach was New Zealand, two coaches were Irish, two Australian coaches, the backs coach and the defence coach, they were both Australian. The fitness and conditioning guy was from Ireland, the kicking coach was from England. And that is incredibly stimulating, because everybody wants to play the way that they want to play. But it's how do you package that to be able to be successful, So, and I think that's why they do so well with the amount of players that they have, So because they don't have depth, and you could have seen in the World Cup as well. If they lose one or two key players, it's really difficult to then get the results you really want to get. But it does, for a small country like that. It just shows you also the coaching structures are well in place, and the stimulation for coaches, for their own coaches, and then also for the players is massive. At least 6 or 7 years of experience in Super Rugby, and in the international I would like to see that as well. I'll be most probably more behind the scenes and just give my inputs and. Just see that everything goes in the right direction. Like I say, we'll give Robbie Fleck the responsibility to run with it. And again, I want to repeat maybe it was I think very good for his development as well to take down the 21s, and a lot of those players are with us in the squads, and they also know what he can achieve, but. Again, I'm not going to make any decisions now. Let's first see, what are the options, and then when time comes, we'll communicate through. In fact, I think you guys must probably know more or quicker than me sometimes who's going to be the coach. But I will communicate it as quickly as possible as soon as we sign the guys, because we're not going to go on speculations, and I'm not going to comment on any speculations. So what we'll do is once we've got his signature, then we will comment. I'm going to look at all options, so for the moment I would like to bring in a Super 12 coach, because again, this is quite a vast union, and there's a lot of responsibilities to be able to get all the systems in place and things that we still want to develop in Western Province. So it's a massive responsibility, and I would only start thinking about coaching once we've got that in place.